Incoming Governor Phil Murphy slammed that tax plan at an event today in Newark.
This is a devastating bill for New Jersey. The reason I'm here in particular is to add and amplify that voice. This is an assault on the middle class. It's an assault on seniors.
We're going to vote on this most likely this week, and not one of our Republican colleagues in the state of New Jersey should be voting for this because it is a scam, because it is going to raise taxes on a lot of people in our state, and it particularly harms our state of New Jersey.
The Democrats deployed their power hitters, too, who characterized the tax proposals as a partisan assault on the middle class. Senior correspondent David Cruz covered their side of the story.
With the House vote looming on the GOP tax plan this week, congressional Democrats were at once decrying their lack of input into the plan and calling on their GOP colleagues to put Jersey in front of party.
This is not a bipartisan piece of legislation. And on Thursday, and on Wednesday, and on Tuesday, and on Monday, not one Democratic amendment got even one vote.
It is a scam because it is going to raise taxes on a lot of people in our state, and it particularly harms our state of New Jersey. So if you really believe in New Jersey and you're a Jersey person, not one of our Republican colleagues should be voting for this thing this week. And I'm not going to call them out by name, but I'm going to say that that is true. They really ought to be ashamed of themselves if they end up voting for this thing.
But Governor-elect Phil Murphy says the bill is simply bad for New Jersey.
It's a devastating blow. It's a tax cut for the very wealthy and for big corporations, and the middle class and seniors will pay a huge price.
And Democrats say they plan to do their own campaigning against the bill.
While Republicans are busy begging their donors to stay in the fold until they get their tax cut, Democrats are going on offense and talking to the middle class about how bad this bill would be for them.
Meanwhile, the incoming governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy, also speaking about the tax proposal today. He called it, quoting now, an assault on the middle class. New Jersey residents will be hard hit by provisions in the new legislation, especially no more deductions for local and state taxes.
The administration has been pushing tax reform. Several lawmakers have refused to endorse the plan. Today in Newark, lawmakers including Representatives Bill Pascrell, Frank Pallone, and Donald Payne Jr. denounced the tax plan. Some have called the tax plan a tax cut for the wealthy. Congressman Pallone says the plan doesn't do enough to help not only New Jersey's, but also the country's most vulnerable.
This is based on this trickle-down theory that if you cut taxes for the very wealthy and for the multinational corporations, somehow that's going to trickle down and help the economy. There is no truth to that. It was done by Reagan and the deficit increased. It was done by Bush and the economy collapsed. So don't tell me that trickle-down works. It doesn't work. This is going to hurt the middle class, and it's simply not fair.
New Jersey's next governor, Phil Murphy, spoke publicly for the first time since winning the election today. And one of the biggest concerns for the Garden State, the skyrocketing tax rates and what to do about it. He wasn't the only person in Jersey talking about taxes today. So was Ivanka Trump. And Action News reporter John Rollins has that story.
The one-time Goldman Sachs executive had harsh words about the GOP's effort at tax reform in D.C.
This bill is bad for New Jersey.
Murphy was joined today by Democratic congressmen. New Jersey is a high-tax state. Democrats claim the proposed loss and limits on state and local tax deductions could mean 1 in 4 Garden State families would see higher taxes under the GOP plans.
This is an assault on the middle class. It's an assault on seniors. Even the so-called compromises. Somebody said to me, listen, this is like cutting your hand off versus half of your hand off. It's bad no matter how you slice it.
Reject this bill for what it is. I have to agree with my colleagues. This is a scam.